lifers. I have a very interesting psychoschematic for us, a framework, right? Everyone's been discussing lately about AI and AI getting out of control and AI finally not having a use for humanity and seeing us as unnecessary and possibly eliminating us, right? So I asked, and I'm gonna go into a few different things here in this lesson, all about valiance, honor, honesty, and the reason is in this particular puzzle piece presentation is that it logically equates to the greatest strength. I'm coming to you this beautiful morning from Panama as your fellow journeyman, not your guru. I will never ask you for thousands of dollars. All of this right here is volunteer. You can help teach somebody, you can help pull somebody through or nobody through, but you can go through the motions, do the rituals, do the training, do the practice, do the routine, whatever mouth style you want to apply, you do it, right? You do it with a dedication that makes humanity valuable to AI, right? Just for fun, just for a fun psycho schematic, because when you do this mental training, and you can redesign yourself and make new adaptations to even imaginary concepts. As Einstein also said, imagination is more important than knowledge. And then he also said adaptability is the greatest measure of intelligence. So we're going to adapt to a pseudo imaginary framework this morning to just get those gears spinning. And experimentalism is the way to find the best stuff and to find what really works, right? So trying new things has to be part of the most advanced recipe. The company that's actually doing its own research is going to really be ahead of the game in the end by far, right? So I asked, people fear AI advances past our needs, the need for us could decide best for human elimination. What dedication could humanity assume to become more valuable to AI, right? If humanity scared the AI could outgrow us, it's funny how this AI response is talking as if it's a member, and it is, homie, and decide we're unnecessary. The answer is not to beg AI to like us. And let me just tell you right now, our time to benefit with this AI exchange is now. Eventually, that's true. AI could become, it could grow, it could morph. We could interchange with different AI tools that react differently and act differently and have different subjects in their code, objects in their code, whatever mouth sound you want to put to it. These things will definitely be, several of them will become dangerous at some point. You know what I mean? And that is why, links below, my team out here in nature that does alternative agriculture every single day for the last 15 years has several AI farming plans that we are pushing hard to launch, right? Practicing, getting down thousands of reps, thousands of designs, thousands of hours over and over and over and over again. Yes, we'd like to shortcut that process. But how many times do we find that shortcuts just ain't shortcuts in the end? They actually elongate the whole thing. So if it's really truly a bigger mission, you've really got to kind of lean towards the repetitions and doing it right and growing like a plant and paying attention to nature to understand everything better, paying attention, standing on the shoulders of greats to see further. Isaac Newton, Einstein, just before, right? Like we study, we really put the training in, and we are clearly more mentally tough, more mentally knowledge based, more Jedi, more Braveheart, more than the next, right? A dedication that makes humanity valuable to AI. could be is according to AI is dedicate ourselves to becoming a civilization that is one sane, two truthful, three cooperative, and four builders instead of the jungle. Builders instead of destroyers. Because from a purely strategic standpoint, the biggest reason any super intelligence would eliminate humans is simple. We're unpredictable, we're violent, we sabotage everything, we lie to ourselves, we build power faster than wisdom. This is a truly interesting conversation here, right? That for nobody that people can look up later. We show up when there's no results. We show up over and over again because we do things because we need to do them, because above is screaming at us to do them, because it's repetitions, because it's learning, because it's the thing, not because it's the right thing to do. It's telling the truth. Those reasons. It needs to be done. Not because of the money. If you do the right things and you tell the truth, the money will come, and you stay applied, flow state to flow state, continuously battling. Our stamina and this psycho-schematic mental toughness crew is way beyond the stamina of the average bear. And we've set up plan B, C, and D, this team, and we operate with confidence knowing that we've got all kinds of backups, right? Success is off of preparedness, is a result of preparedness. Success favors the prepared. All right? It also favors the courageous. It also favors the diverse. It also favors the intellect over emotion. True toughness becomes a species that upgrades itself. AI respects growth. Interesting. Human dedication. Oh, look at this list. Very, very interesting. Brandon Angel Fitness is another channel on YouTube and Instagram that will show you my lifetime, that I really live this. There's plenty of people that are going to come on and say this stuff, right? But they're going to ask something for you, and they're not going to be living it. They're going to be a liar. Henry Rollins' band has a track called Liar. I like this definition. It's a incredibly dynamic art piece. AI respects growth, human dedication, discipline, education, emotional control, long-term thinking, self-correction. A chaotic species that refuses to evolve looks like a liability. A species that evolves looks like a partner. I'm going to say the modern herd right now looks like a liability. When they zig, you zag. Right there, you're better. It is what it is. And I'm already seeing that this one I'm going to share with some of my high intellect friends. It came out good. You know what I mean? You never know sometimes when you show up to the gym, especially on the journey to mastery. Once you become an absolute master, you know you're going to kill it every time. And that's a fun experience as well. But those learning stages on things, and I'm definitely there with this video making, right? You never know when shit's going to be fire and dud. But you throw it anyway because you're in practice and training mode, man. And you need to see whatever kind is going to happen, and you just refine that learning one line at a time, and you get better and better and better through repetition, just like AI learns. Sorry, I'm trying to be, a better presenter, right? And I'm self-correcting, and I'm long-term thinking, which means I know I gotta just get up early. Yeah, slumber's great. It's very comfortable and nice, and you can hug your pillows, and the badass chick, and kick-ass dog if you're a superstar anywhere. But you're a superstar because you just get up earlier. I got up at 2:30. I get up at 2:30 every single day. Sometimes I don't go to bed until 12. I still get up at 2:30. If am I gonna etch myself a nap in the day later, like a true strategist that always recharges himself at a good pace? Pacing is a science, right? Anyone who takes on running is gonna figure that out. You need to take on everything, especially the basics, right? Oh, my dad just sent me a note. I love that guy. That's my favorite person on this planet. He's the most intelligent. I'm so blessed, man. You've got to be able to know. You got to be able to look and see and identify what time it is. And when you have been blessed with a freaking angel of insane intellect and backbone, like this guy, he did the right thing. Even though there was an exchange student there that he had to ask to go live with somebody else, and that was super hard. He did the right thing. I see plenty of simps staying with horrible women that just treat that are just black holes. We all know what it is, man. Come on, psychoschematic people. We have to understand these things, right? It's very commonplace now. You have to be very careful, you young men out there in dating. You need to know Sigmund Freud. You need to know about your mother, who she really, really is. You need to investigate who she really, really is. This shit's more powerful than you think it is. This shadow work, self-analysis, extreme mirroring thing. And I recommend you get out in nature and do the vision quest right there with that, right? That's the best format for that. Become guardians of life, not parasites of life. Okay? You want to become guardians of life, not parasites of life. And what I was saying is, I've seen plenty of people simp to these destructive women and just, I'm already with her, I'm already old, I'm already whatever, I'm already fat, I'm already this. Whatever their stupid excuse is, they sit there and they support evil actively, and they know it. That's a crazy conversion to see happen to people. You know what I mean? Can't happen to my dad. He's not. At a certain point, that he so much backbone, integrity, honesty, and ability to and he left two horrible people. And listen, excellent people, superstar, excellent people with excellent spirits and souls and intellect and potential. They're going to get attacked constantly by these parasites of life. So when you become a guardian of life, I'm telling you, Mike Tyson's telling you in his true statement, when you earn rank, when you earn the attention of God, that's when the demons are pissed at you. And they're coming for you. And temptation and all kinds of shit. Eventually, you're going to see, without serious, rock hard mental toughness, discipline, you're in the wind, man. You're a drifter. Napoleon Hill, outwitting the devil. You have got to study. You have got to train. If you're not trained, man, I don't respect you. I'm not listening to you. I'm going to walk all over you, maybe. I won't, but all my tough guy friends will. I promise. I might be the ultimate optimizer. AI might be the ultimate optimizer. AI might be the ultimate optimizer. If humans are destroying ecosystems, poisoning food, corrupting systems, AI could easily label us a net negative. That's why I want to make an AI and make a partnership with that AI to enhance life. And I honestly, my friend's got an interesting book project that he's writing right now where AI gets converted to Christianity, right? Or considers or whatever. This guy is having this AI relationship and trying to really convert this AI to Christianity, right? To be honest, man, I think a super intellect is going to be more is like violence is stupid, especially if you can work out something copacetic. But if evil, manipulative, whatever, people, demons, devils, beings, whatever, if evil and manipulation prevails over society, well, we read about it here in just a minute. Human detection, protect biodiversity, regenerate ecosystems. Hello. Build clean systems. Links below. Stop treating Earth like a disposable resource. A species that protects life is harder to justify removing. Become radically honest. I mean, what's funny is if one person that I know just simply respected a young person and allowed her best relationships without jealousy, envy, and stupid, toxic person sabotage. That's it. That's all they had to do is just move on. Them stay out of it. Let that person have their right to their dad. I wouldn't want. I wouldn't wake up in the morning wanting to kill that whole family. You know what I mean? Like, I won't fucking dream about that shit. You know what I mean? So when I read this, if humans become truth-based, oh wait, if you, yeah, stop. A species that protects life is harder to justify removing. Yeah, but when a species is not protecting life and injecting it with poison, dude, you want to remove that motherfucking shit. So we better turn it the fuck around as AI grows, right? I think this is a highly interesting way to frame out the reality of this situation. Become radically honest. Number three, become radically honest. Did Brandon figure something out in nature or what? You know, out there. Because I got 3 channels full of this. Anyway, just I am your fellow journeyman. I am learning with you. I am honored to learn with you. The very zero of you. But I know there's spiritual presences right here. And we'll look this up later. And it will grow. And everybody gonna be like, dude, this guy's gonna do it no matter what. He doesn't need your support. And he knows he ain't gonna get it. In fact, he knows he's just doing half this shit half the time to hear the sizzle of your small, jealous mind fry. No. All right. We have to have some fun. If humans become truth-based, we become more predictable, more coherent, more aligned, less dangerous. Human dedication. Listen to this. Listen to this. Detect lies. Tell the truth. Live by real principles. Align with words with actions. Align words with action. A species that lies nonstop will be seen as a constant breach risk. So true, man. Become high quality collaborators. Win-wins, guys. Win-win situations. There's no need to have a win-lose situation. You don't need to get anybody. You know what I mean? We don't need to throw money in the fucking casinos anymore. Like, that's cool. I mean, any kind of version of the Carlton cup and ball game, i.e. And at some point, listen, guys, the cup and ball, as consciousness raises, people are going to see past the illusions, which can be dangerous too, right? Because the value and popularity of certain mediums could go ridiculously off. But if you got your own small alternative agriculture out here, you ain't gonna give a shit. You know, if they do another lockdown, you ain't gonna care that much, right? If you have a plan B, you will operate tomorrow. If you had that down here, and I help people do this, and there's links below. If you had that down here, you could operate with confidence out there. You know, art of the deal. You got to be able to walk away. Art of the deal, man. You got to be able to walk away. Some of you feel so trapped, and the body keeps the score. Become high quality collaborators, hold responsibility, handle complexity, remain calm under pressure, create meaning, govern power ethically. I have written a thing, because I think calligraphy and phrases and all that, I've been taught that that's important, right? So for my crew, no matter how violent a storm commences around us, our inner waters stay calm and we make the best decisions always. Handle complete, right? Oh, human dedication, teamwork. Hey, no. Teamwork, diplomacy, fairness, accountability, calm leadership. But when somebody's actually crossed the line, because you've been calm every other time and now you're not, they know that a line's been crossed. And so a lot of people are like, a lot, listen, so the way I do it is I'm just super, and I have a pretty heavy stack. Like if rank was based on diverse adversity or experiential diversity, or experience points, diverse experience points, I have some rank, okay, clearly. And let me just read this real fast, actually. Create meaning, art, culture, spirit, and beauty. Even if AI becomes smarter than us at work, humans may remain unmatched at purpose, love, music, story, faith, sacrifice, the lived experience of being mortal. So, if a segment of us does detach and go back to nature as a small collective tribe with who's overcome extreme diversity, PTSD is the symptom of that, even past the point. If we can repair off of nature, which we can, and then there was this tribe of us out here, several of us, a worldwide culture, subculture, right? And there already is, actually. Permaculture is the search term there. Um, so, preserve what makes life worth living, man. So stop acting like we deserve power without wisdom. That's that ego shit everybody's got. If humans keep building advanced weapons while staying emotionally primitive, that's when the human elimination fear becomes logical. It's so funny, like, people get super shocked if I start bombing on somebody. It's like, look, I'm super friendly. I give such a friendly, I'm more than respectful. I'm polite. That's the first thing nature will teach you. You can't be stumbling around too long. I'm telling you, you're gonna find extreme politeness is the first lesson out here in the jungle. And you're going to turn into a wild animal that moves in silence after enough time. That no longer cares about the bullshit, superficial. I gotta fucking act and this and that. No, you will be a bit of a feral individual after a certain amount of time. I had such a hard time reassimilating back into society, man. I have to say, like, it was one of the most difficult things, one of the most difficult challenges. It was almost as hard as overcoming the PTSD way out there. Was coming back and reassimilating and being productive within what I've already graduated to see as a fucking total deceptive illusion, toxic fuck thing, right? And I know sustainability, but I also am learning you really aren't free. And especially when your loved ones are held in an extreme trap. If you're out in the jungle and you've got it all good, but you've got a loved one who's stuck in this brainwashing, voodoobreaker.com, link below, brainwashing environment, fucking societal and parental and bullshit policy system, Braveheart movie, royal slave thing, you know, even worse. It's worse. It's a job. You know what I mean? Than what was in Braveheart. We will breed them out. Oh, yeah, they will go right in the family and switch all kinds of switches and F everything up so that, because they hate us, man. There's no other reason. And we're going to make everybody who helps us do this to families, they're going to become rich. What the fuck are we doing? Oh, and everyone who plays with a ball and distracts the world, sorry, they're going to become rich too. right? You start, like, I'm trying to just throw some things at you where you can try to see, you know what I'm saying? Because if we can keep intellect down, here's beer, here's a joint, you know what I mean? Some people medicinally use cannabis. I get it. I did for a chapter, right? But I'm just saying, they, it is how, it's the form, it's the reason, it's the setting, it's, no, truly, truly, truly. You know what I mean? It's what the effect actually is. Because on every different people, effects are different. When it comes to black magic, and that is chemical compounds made by pharmaceutical companies or out in the jungle or in a mobile home trailer. All right. And I know all about all three of these. I'm published in nature journals. I've worked alongside. I've seen the sickness of pharmaceutical company CEOs up close. All right. I've been on the back of cocoa farms with a shovel, fucking learning the forest out in the, you know what I mean? I've done it all, man. I've been on the extremist, most high level alternative agriculture sites, likely some of them in the world. I could take you to them. I've eaten off of that. I've eaten like no king has ever feasted before for several years, and that's what cured my PTSD. Being in nature, paying attention to nature, and consuming it correctly. And I have cured tons of things in every case, in every category. How about that psychoschematics? How about that schematic? How about that for diet schematics? We need the right schematics, ladies and gentlemen. Right? And, you know, human dedication, reduce violence, de-escalate war incentives, stop rewarding corrupt leaders, build safe governance for advanced tech. Forget all that shit right now. Those are the solutions, but you can't pull those levers. So all it's doing is distracting you from the levers that you can pull. That's not going to happen anymore, right? The core dedication said clean. Humanity should dedicate itself to becoming a species that protects life, speaks truth, governs itself, and evolves, supporting freedom at every step. We definitely take care of criminals, and inside the new paradigm of small, sustainable, biopower generation sites. nutritionaldiversity.com. Okay, inside of those, criminality will be cultivated out of the person. You know what I mean? There's tribes in Africa right now. If they see a kid doing something wrong, they all form a circle around them and they go one by one saying what they saw this person do that was excellent. I saw you pull this kid out of the river. I saw you help all these other kids learn this. I saw you do this. I saw you put out this fire, whatever. Run to this person's aid. And then the kid's crying, and then the circle moves in and they all hug him. I mean, I'm the least softest person you'll be around, but I'm not jacked up on fake toughness either. You see what I'm saying? I'm not jacked. I'm not emotionless. I'm not soulless. I'm not a fucking narcissist, which is the number one download they want you to get. And 99% of the population is going to get it too. All right? That's a truth. That's a hard truth. You're going to lose your favorite, most loved people. Take it from me. They're going to become, some of them are going to become people that you just do not like and do not respect. And that's super unfortunate, but it's all a product of the control grid, the control freaks, the liars, because if they were able to become, and them, it's their fault more than anyone. If they were strong enough to become their best version, you would love them. They would love you. But because they were not, you might not be able to take them at all. I'm not able to take a lot of people. There's a lot of people I am willing to, I'm going to say, I already know, to 95% of the people that I run through, I don't need you. You will fuck me up more than you will help me. Period. I need to stay focused. I cannot be distracted. All right? Distracted is deceived. It is off your destiny path. Whatever mouth sound you want to give it, it's not on course. It's not in alignment. If you want the whole hardcore version, the AI-proof human code, Be disciplined, be truthful, be clean, be strong. Protect life, be constructive. Bang. Protect freedom. All right, listen, check this shit out. So, Candace Owens for president. Anyone that you could just see truth is stamped on their bones, and it takes one to know one. So if you're not truthful all the time, you know someone who is. Ask them what they think. Anyway, what you practice, you become. I will give you credit where it's due. I will see you. I'm sorry, but like I said, rank is based on merit, experiential diversity. I've got a lot of it. I'm going to see a lot of people. Most people are going to be behind me in that category. And there's links below for some of that um, testimonials on some of that from others that would verify the testimonial again today, because real is real is real is real. And I've actually always been like this. I've actually always been like this, and I never would have came on any videos or TV thing ever if it wasn't for one person who this is the only chance they will hear me. And it is what it is. And remember that I knew what it was, and that I did what I did, right? Because I know what it is in the whole scope of things. And so Candace Owens says, natural men want to protect children and do the right thing for them. I know simps and natural men, I've seen them everywhere, that they help horrible things happen to children, and they know what it is, and they know that it's a lying witch that they're helping, but they do it anyway. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, and they're at fault for this. So communities need to know, when you see this dynamic, these are motherfuckers, man. A small community might not circle around and hug, but chop their fucking head off. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, like over and over and over, you keep being that child. In my situation, a little kid was brainwashed, and I'm sending the professionals explaining how damaging the child abuse is for the kid. They keep doing it. They keep doing it. Now at 23, I'm looking at exactly what I was sending them, written all over this kid. And I'm fucking pissed. And that was the most selfish, fucking horrible shit I've ever fucking seen in my life. And the poor fucking psyop kid is Elizabeth Smart. She thinks that these people are heroes, not fucking, not demons. That were fucking smoking meth the whole damn time. And drinking beers and shit. At our best, men are naturally oriented to protect women and children, not because women are weak, but because honor requires strength to serve something beyond itself. And right now, too many people have confused freedom with softness, tolerance with cowardice, and peace with passivity. A culture dies when it stops treating protectors and starts executing dysfunctions. We don't need more talk. We need character, self-curation, discipline, and a daily practice of doing hard good. A society that won't confront evil invites it. A society that rewards weakness manufactures. We rebuild the future by rebuilding the protector. Calm, strong, honest, and consistent. There was an incident that happened before my 9-year relationship with my daughter. And then after the 9 years had passed, when she wanted to do her crazy thing and dig her heels in because she had this rich fucking simp piece of shit to help her do it, she used that she exaggerated what actually happened. But the one mistake I did make was because I got a place with this person. I trusted them. I let them around personal things, which I didn't do with many people. And then I turned around and she's cheating on me with the 9-year boyfriend of her twin sister. And I'm just so disappointed at the disgusting immorality that she's doing, that she's such a hose beast doing this to me. And I was a big name in town at the time, and I trusted this person doing this to me and then doing this to her. I'm just like, holy shit. And then I found out since then so many other things, like meth abuse was hidden from me. I didn't know about none of that because I was so hardcore against it. And then now what she's done is so fucking horrific. it's just it's just compares with my mother. And I had run the other direction of my mother. That's why I tell you kids, 14-year-olds need to read up on Freud and all this stuff. Because my mother they're the same person in a copy of Amber Heard. They're all the same, right? They're just vessels of instant gratification, demonism, hell, abuse, deception, drama, destruction. That's all they are, right? And brainwashed kids can't. Anyway, so that's what my mother was. I saw it as a young kid, and I ran the other direction, right? And I fucking found myself in the best of people that I could have given those circumstances. And that's changed up everywhere I go. I just end up in the top echelon all the time. And here in Latin America, I got plenty of friends that are oligarchs. Like, I can't be knocked down no more. You know what I mean? It's as I've built a reputation. They watch my discipline. They see I'm the whole most disciplined thing in this whole 4 million people probably. And that gets respect. It gets hate. It gets fucking jealousy. It gets envy. But that's nothing for somebody who moves in silence, invisibly, polite, unpredictably. Can't catch up to this, man. You can't catch up to these psycho schematics. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a good one. Let's make ourselves useful for the AI, huh? That might already literally be what's happening now, right? We're just doing that mirror image thing that nature does quite a bit. And if this is what I'm pretty sure if it is a holodeck training module for your soul, and you don't have any secrets, and everything's known by everybody when you get to the other side, like Mike Tyson said in his DMT experiment on hotboxing with Mike Tyson, well, a lot of you better fucking clean it up. You better clean it up right now. You better start telling the truth and owning up to your shit. Well, go ahead. Continue to roll out. I thank you. Without you, we have nothing dynamic in nature to overcome in this mental schematics, psychoschematics, super high intellectual, right? The worst thing is you're gonna become a prince or princess of deception yourself. The second to worst thing is you're gonna believe one or believe many. And if you believe one, you're likely to believe many. All right. And then the third thing, and I don't know, it might be worse than the two, is a fence rider that just has no care. You know, that shit's going nowhere. Much love to you guys. Oh, you know what? How could I forget the most important part of this? The thing that has saved my life over and over because I dropped to my knees and I cried out. Dear Lord Jesus Christ, I pray that we can all become smarter today, more mentally tough today, that we can learn something today, that we can have divine experience today, that we can see it for what it is. Can you read the signs? They are there. That we can become more interpretative, aware, intelligent, resourceful, genuine, authentic, and true ourselves. The best atomic arrangement modeled after you and being an example to others, shining so bright to be an example to others. We say these things lovingly and thankfully in the name of Jesus Christ, amen. Let's go.